Boom, we're live. Hey everybody, and welcome. Today we're gonna start a new topic for our streams, and for this one I actually want to have something a bit different from what we have so far, namely get away from the conventional architecture and dive into a bit of a more interesting topic, which is more or less a circular house design. Now what I mean by this is something similar to what we can see over here. So up on Pinterest I just typed down circular house, and there are some really cool looking houses in here, and yeah, then basically you end up with either something down the lines of a yurt, which is more of a tent than a house, but looks really interesting. You can have a circular house which has a middle part which basically is a garden or something like that. Guessing something like this, so we can go with something like this if we want to. I think that the biggest building like in this type is the new headquarters for Apple. So their spaceship building is made that way. And the other thing is basically you have something more of a modern look inside, even though it's circular. So very similar to a yurt, but it's not an actual tent or made from a tarp, but instead it's hard surface or hardwood building. I actually like that idea, so we'll see, maybe we'll go with something like that. And the great thing about this is that I can actually find some interesting blueprints for this thing. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that we can find on Pinterest, ideas as to how we can control this thing or how we can design it. And quite honestly, isn't that time consuming, so we might make this thing in a bit of a shorter time. And there we go. This is a great idea that I like already. In the middle of the room, since it's circular, we can just make it so it's something like this where you can sit down and enjoy, and I actually love this idea. So let's just save this image right away. I already saved up a bunch of them, so we'll see what we start from here. Circular. Alright, seat. I like how this thing is made in the middle. Alright, back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna open up Discord, so if you guys have any ideas, something to add, feel free, jump in over there, and let's make something interesting this time around. There we go. Alright, and another thing I want to mention is that I had a bunch of you guys give me ideas as to what to create in the live streams, and generally whenever I ask that question I get similar responses. One, or the most common one, is do the lighting, do the materials on live streams, and I can tell you right away that that would not actually work great for live streams, mainly for one reason. While I'm streaming, the CPU is being used up for streaming as well as for the work that I'm doing. So if I start doing rendering for lighting, the CPU freezes up and then the stream crashes. I know, because that thing just crashed yesterday when I was on Twitch. So if I'm going to be doing any of the lighting videos, they're going to come up as an actual tutorial, unlike the live streams. The live streams are going to be more about design and modeling. But yeah. Alright, let me open up this thing. Tutorial requests. Alright, that's fine. Alright, I have my streaming related channel opened up, so if you guys have any ideas, drop them over here and let's start. I'm gonna open up my Twitch for ideas. circular house. And this is what I've actually singled out so far. So this image, I like the way that it's made so that you have the nice columns of wood intersecting with these guys, and they're giving it a really interesting look. The second one is basically how these things are built. So as you can see, it's built in sections. Each section is dropped down and you get a really nice circular design. This one I actually liked as well. Not the general ideas to how this thing was made, because it kind of looks too rural because you have a lot of raw wood. But I like the way that this thing was made for the actual swirl that it has for the ceiling. This was a very cool addition. So I also like the fact that we have this circular top over here. So yeah, I picked up a few bases for this thing so we can maybe follow something like this. Although these do have stairs in the middle, so this is, I'm guessing, for a two-story building. I don't want to make it a two-story building. Just want to make it something. Yeah, here's the one that we just picked out. Another design for the windows I actually liked, because it's kind of breaking down that well, usual way that these windows are made. Here is another sort of building type. So this one is basically for a house that's a bit taller. I'm guessing this one does have a second floor, but it's only on, I'm guessing, on half of the building. So we might actually go with something like this as well. Here's the second one. And another thing that you can notice is that if you take a look at the actual size, this is a relatively small house. This is not a big house, because if this is just the bed kind of fills up the entire master bedroom. The small bedroom here, or the children's room, is also very small. As you can see, the living room, relatively small. The kitchen, I'm guessing this is the entrance. So everything here is relatively small. So this is going to be a small house. All right, here is another mix between a yurt and a house that's built out of wood. And as you can see, once you enter the house, everything is pretty open. And yeah, I actually like this design as well. All right, this is more of a yurt. As you can see, we can actually see the tarp here, or whatever fabric this thing is, but it also looks like just a tent, and this was raised up for whatever reception they're having here. So not a bad idea, but not totally what I was looking for. But the idea for how to create this whole thing, we can find something in here. All right, here we go. Another one. Now this is a proper yurt. If we take a look at over here, we can actually see that the tarp is starting to get wrinkled up near the edges. So not bad. All right. And by the way, hi to everybody. I do apologize if I don't see you right away. General thing when I'm trying to like figure out where we're gonna go, I keep my eye away from the chat room. So yeah, hey to everybody. All right, all right, that was all that I just singled out for now. So if you guys have any ideas, like I said, drop your ideas over in the Discord channel and we can start from there. Whoa, what just happened? All right, anyways, I'm gonna start off with well, basically this design over here. So this one, I think it's a bit bigger than the one that we had previously, mainly for two things. The first is that this kitchen is a bit bigger. We have a lot more things that we can put in this living room. The bedroom has a bit more space than the other one, so yeah, I think this one is a bit better. Okay, I'm gonna put everything over here and let's start prepping up stuff so we can actually work on this. And if we're gonna put in the middle part with a circular stairs, in that case I can even have a second floor and make it interesting that way. All right, so input over here, and the second one would be this smaller. Interesting. So which one do we go with? All right, I'm gonna let you guys to choose. Do we go with the one that has the stairs in the middle, or do we go with the smaller one, which is this one? I want to hear what you guys think. Leave your comment and tell me which one you want to go with. That's fine. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3. All are for the stairs. All right. I guess we'll go with the stairs. As always, just drop in a new layer. Hit it up with a blue color. Fill it up, make it opacity 30, or better yet 50. Oh nope, 40. Wait, what? My volume is low? Really? How's my volume? No. From what I'm seeing, I'm coming out rather well, loud, honestly, if I'm taking a look at the statistics for when I speak. So how do I sound to everybody else? Does anybody else have any issues of hearing me? All right. Cool. We're gonna go with the, yeah, see man, everybody's saying that it's good on their side, so I do apologize. I'm sorry you cannot hear me while you're in the car. Yeah, man. All right, so we're gonna go with this one. It's gonna be fun little project, so let's hit it off and see where we land. Okay, circular house base, boom, done. Now let's place it down. So, ooh, this is a tiny one. Okay, now let's heat it up with 550.2 and 45. Ah, crap. Alright, making one by one. Apply this thing over here, drop the diffuse in here, show it in the viewport. There we go, that's great. Awesome. Now I just need to find or define how big this thing is going to be. So I'm guessing the diameter here is going to be 36 feet. So let's make this thing, well, let me just convert feet to centimeters, because why not? Feet to centimeters, and we got a diameter of 36. That's 11 meters. All right, 11 meters, not bad. That means I'm going to start off with just a cylinder, put it in the middle, the radius here, so we get what is gonna be 5,500 centimeter radius, so 5.5 meters radius, which, yeah. Oh, it does? I did not see that thing, but it's fine. All right. Let me just see something in here. This is 64, so I can see it better. All right, so if I have this, now I can just, first of all, make it 0, 0, 0. Oh, it does. All right, I'm an idiot. I did not see the 10,800. All right, I just made it 1,100, which is 11 meters. So let's make this thing scale it up to the right size. There we go. I think we are more or less, well, let's just put it like this, 0, 0, 0, that's fine. Now, move it down, move it left. Yep, now I think that we are right. So I can select the top, delete, put this thing to 0, 0. Pull it down so we can work on it, and right click, object properties, freeze, show frozen and gray off, and okay. So yep, nothing to choose. Oh, I'm freeze all first, so let's start putting everything in its own layer. So this thing goes on its own layer. That will be the blueprint. Blueprint, there we go. Now we go freeze. All right, awesome. Close this, save it. So now I'm gonna go back to default, and we're gonna start off with defining all of the walls. Well, actually, instead of going around and trying to manually draw out lines, which we can, it would be a bit faster if instead of doing that, I just go over from here. I range out one that's gonna be like this. So 5,500. There we go. So from here, and use this thing as a starting point. All right. Now for this, I do want to have a bit more geometry because right now it's a bit too low. And for that, I just need to increase the interpolation. It's going to give me a lot smoother result like this. Awesome. All right. So just to get the thickness of the walls or the exterior walls, I'm going to hold down Shift and drag one line inwards like this. All right, there's a copy. That's cool. And with these two, now what I can do is, well, turn this thing into an editable spline, attach both of them, and now if we put an actual extrude modifier here, I'm going to get a wall for whatever height that I need this thing to be. So if we go 220 for a single story building, we can choose to have maybe a single story one, or we can go with a double story. But in that case, yeah, the double story would work well with the fact that we have some stairs in here that would go up, which would mean that, well, if I'm gonna be choosing how this thing would be, I'm guessing it's gonna end up from probably around here, have the second floor be up to about here, and leave this thing as an open design. I don't have anything to do with, or I don't have anything designed for the middle. So in here, we're either gonna go with what we see here with that staircase going up to the second floor, or we're gonna go with something similar to this thing in the middle, which I kind of really liked. But yeah, even here I can see that there is something to go upstairs. So yeah, we'll probably, well, we'll do something to it. Now I'm gonna leave the extrude off for now because I just still want to do the walls. So for this one, on the top, I'm just gonna go hold down Control, right click, and choose a line and start drawing out these lines for, all right, so 1 here, 2, 3. I'm gonna have to do a bit of tweaking here. All right, close it up here. That's fine. All right, refine. Put one over here, another one over here, and delete this point. Now, that's cool. Delete that one. And for these guys, just right click, convert them to a smooth point. There we go. We get a nice curvature. All right, Bezier corner here. All right, that's cool. That's kind of cool. Bezier corner here. I want to make this thing a bit smoother like this. All right, better. All right, that's okay. I'm happy with that, how that thing looks. We can further refine this later. Now, attach both of these together and go with something like this thing. Just snap it over here. This thing, snap it over here. Weld. All right, so now if I go ahead and do the same exact thing with extrude, I should get, yep, we're getting everything as a wall, which is what we were going for. Although I need to fix this issue here. The turn here is rather, yeah, there we go. This is the problem. There we go. Bezier corner here as well. I can further refine this if I put in some extra vertices, but I think that these are well enough. That's cool. All right, let's continue. We have a couple of more. So let's see how many we have actually. One. Well, the funny thing here is that I could have just continued on here because these are concentric walls. Yes, they are. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It would have been faster if I just made a circle and then refine it where it needs to have doors and openings, because I just noticed that this thing is basically continuing on in the middle. Then you have a second circle that goes around here, and a third one and a fourth one. So yep, we're doing that. All right, so for this one, although I need to align this thing and make it center to center, make sure it's in the middle, refined quite well. So I'm gonna leave that on. All right, hold on shift, drag it outwards to about here. So that's gonna give me the second circle. Hold on shift, drag it outwards to about here. There we go, awesome. Okay, so let's deal with this one first. So for this one, I'm just gonna hold down shift, drag one more to get the thickness in there. There we go, like that. Then right click, convert to enable spline, attach both of them together. Now hit the refine, where it's basically stopping there and there, and here and here. We don't want that. We just, well, let's make sure. Yep, that one is clean. All right, that's cool. Well, let's just quickly fix this. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna click here on the refine. That way I'm not gonna break up anything. So that's cool. With the refine, again, just click where I need to have the door stop. And here. Don't need that. Delete. All right, slowly it's starting to build up. First, now let's get rid of this extrude so I can actually see the baseline. Awesome. All right, refine. Okay. Refine just one here at the end. So now I can move this all the way down to here without basically changing anything. Refine one more time over here, add in one extra vertex. There we go. This will give me this wall. All right, connect, refine, go from here, do not show, connect only, click, right click, there we go, just connected that one, click, click, right click, that connects that one. So here we go. Demo, this was a good catch, man. You and me came to the same realization at about the same time as I was saying. Okay. All right. Delete that. But yeah, the way that apparently this house is made is with circles going across and making the geometry perfect. All right, go all the way down to here. Apparently this one goes all the way down to here. And then we have a door in there, which kind of makes it, damn it, if there are doors here. Oh well, I could have just skipped the cutting in here, but whatever. This is the type of design that we're gonna end up with. And I have no idea about the topic or what the theme is gonna be, if it's gonna be modern or whatever. We'll see. Once we have the actual base, then we'll start from there. All right, so stop one there, put one over here, refine again. Let's start moving stuff away. So go all the way down to here. All right, you're gonna be a corner, you're gonna be a corner. Well, it's not awful, that's what I can say, but it's pretty much perfect circle. The funny thing about this is that I've never modeled something like this, and it looked really cool as an idea. And hence, that's why I kind of screwed up a bit on making this. So let's see if I can actually go ahead and get rid of this. Refine, connect, go to 1, 2. Nah, leave it like that. Probably. But it's gonna be an interesting build, that's for sure. It's gonna give us some unique challenges once we get to modeling stuff, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm not connecting the dots here with the connect because in here, if I connect, it's gonna give me a straight line. and that's going to kind of break up the curvature here. So what we're going to do later on when we get to actually creating the doors here, I'm going to extrude this thing outwards, and to the height where I need to have the door, I'm just going to put 2 connections on both sides and bridge this across. And then I can control the curvature with some extra edges. That's going to give me the smoothness there. All right, so if I have this, let me just change the color so it's something more visible. Yeah, that's a lot more visible, right? Anyways, let's make this so one more to about there. And what I'm going to do here is refine this, but cut it to about here. Wait, what? Oh, really? Oh, don't tell me this thing just glitched out. All right, now I can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and again delete the thing that I just created previously, because I do want to use this circle in the middle. It's going to be a perfect cut. There we go. So this one and this one, convert to enable spline, attach together both of these, and now just simply use the refine to define where I want them to stop. So over there I want them to stop, and the good question is, do I want to actually stop the wall over here, or do I want to stop it over here and have a rail on this side? I'm actually going to go all the way to here, then make this thing like that. We'll see how it's going to end up later on, but for now I'm just going to cut it there. Keep that thing in. All right, refine 2 vertices over, one there, another one there, so I can connect to this wall. All right, cut this. All right, couple of more refinements. One in here, another one there, there, and there. Okay, one there, another one there. All right, let's see. If I move this thing to about, so let's just make this thing a lot simpler for us. Instead of doing it that way, just make this thing flush. There's no need to have that extra geometry over there. And connect, refine this one, right click, there we go. So we got that done. Another refine here to here. There we go. And attach this to this. All right, awesome. Now let's move them together. That one is okay, so let's snap this thing over here. There we go. This one gets snapped in there. Select both, weld, weld. All right, so we have this continue all the way up to here. Cool. All right, some extra refinements. What the hell? Okay, one there, another one in there. Cut this thing off. Do we have that refinement? Yeah, we have it over here. Refine 2 more in here so I can select this thing outwards to about here like this. All right, it's starting to come together really nice. Attach both of them together. So now this basically makes it all just one thing. Oh, here's another thing that I just missed out. There's another wall in here. So let's add that connection before we do the final connection for the outer and the inner piece. So 2 in here, and now just move this guy outwards to the corner here. Same thing in there as well as in here. Whoops, delete. All right, we got that wall, we got this one. The only one missing is, I'm guessing, this wall over here. And yeah, this is where we actually come in. So I'm guessing this is the walkway. So let's add in that extra bit of geometry over here, and that's gonna be more or less the walls for our house. There we go. Cool. All right, delete that. This only leaves me with having to do a couple of cuts. Is this Melnikov's house? I have no idea who Melnikov is, but okay. So one there, one there. Cut one in here. Yep, another one over here for the refinement. Delete. Another one over here. Alright, we got those. That's fine. That's fine. No, nothing to connect over there. Alright, let's attach both of these together. Like that. And now let's get all of these guys. Melnikov house in Moscow. I have no idea what that is, but I'm gonna check it out. What is Melnikov house? Hey, this kind of looks cool. What is this? Really does look as a cool design. We might borrow something from this house later on, once we actually get to the point where we start defining how this thing is going to look. So weld. Now let's just connect everything together. Hey, I'm pretty sure is a famous guy. I've never heard of him. All right. When it comes down to very, very weird houses and weird designs, I usually look at Zaha Hadid's designs. She had some amazing organic designs, which, if you ask me, I think she was on mushrooms when she was building them. All right, weld. But then again, she passed away, so nothing but good words for the dearly departed. All right, that's fine. While we are at the topic of Zaha Hadid, I think that there was an entire building built in Miami that she designed, and that building was expensive, like really expensive. You wanted to buy something over there, you better have money. All right, let's. Whoa, what the? Okay. A bit of an issue. I just noticed this. Huh. All right. Let's see if we can make this thing flat on the Z. Nope. Absolute word. Damn it! All right, how high is this thing? So this is 104. This is 0. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. If this is 104, just take this thing, copy it, select everything from here, go right here, minus this point, boom, and god damn it. All right. Well, what happened is that when I created this thing, I made it on the z-axis that's not really flat, so it kind of went. Let's try to make it like this. So just right click, make these not smooth, damn it, corner. There we go. That's gonna fix that one. Right click, corner. That's gonna right, make this thing a corner. It's gonna screw up. Yeah, it's gonna screw up that. Damn it. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Edit poly. Crap. Nope. Not gonna work that way. I'm guessing I have something that hasn't been really. Yeah. Somewhere something is not connected. Alright, Control Z, Control Z. There we go. That's gonna leave that. Let's save this before. It's not straight because it's basically curved here. But what I'm going to do is, once I actually have everything selected, I'm just going to put a edit poly on top of it and make it planar on the Z. That's going to fix it up. But the problem here is, at the moment, is somewhere in here, something is not connected. So let's see, which one is it? That's fine. That's fine. You know what? Select everything and hit weld. That's gonna fix everything. Let's see. If I go edit poly now, there we go. All right, select everything, make planar on the Z. Boom, it's fixed. No problems whatsoever. Drop it down to 0, and yay, Bob's your uncle. There we go. And now this one, hey, you're going down to 0 again. There we go. All right, so I'm going to delete this for now. I'm just going to leave this as it is because I want to have this last piece added as well. That's going to fix up all the, or going to finish up with all the walls with this. There we go. Copy, convert to a spline, attach both of these together. Refine, go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Delete everything. Refine, connect. Refine, connect. There we go. That's cool. I don't have to connect this thing to anything else. So just go ahead and attach both of these together. Now, do the same thing, edit poly, select everything, make it planar on the Z, zeroed out and 0, and walls. All right, once we have the walls, you just go ahead. Well, now it's not going to be an extrude, it's probably going to end up being a shell. So the shell is going to give me a, let's say, 20 for this thing. There we go. We got the walls set up. For this thing, and it's cool. Now, good question. Are we making this thing a 2-floor building, or are we making it a 1-floor building? The main difference is going to be, if we're going to make this thing into a 1-floor building, then we don't need to wait, what is this? Yes, please share some idea on AEC wall modeling can we use for wall modeling for making fast modeling. I shy away from the AEC walls because I'm guessing they're made to be easy access, but they don't give you too much. Well, they're not giving you. Oh, wait a second. Where's my middle part here? Wait, what? The hell? Is this thing? Oh yeah, it's not welded. Of course it's not welded. There we go. Now we have the middle wall. As I was saying, the AEC walls, I don't really like them. I like to cut or define where I have my openings manually because it gives me a lot more control. And AEC or whatever they were called, the AEK or whatever. What was it? Yeah, the AEC extended. I'm not really fun about this one. There we go. So for this one, it's okay. Now, if we're making this thing into a multi-story building, that means, like I said, I want to have basically this thing as an open design in here to about here. So this is going to be an open place, and we're going to have some sort. Well, we can have something very similar to what we have so far. Let me just see. If I go instead of 220 to ramp it up to maybe 450, yeah, that's going to give me a 2-floor height. Let's just do it this way so I can see, I can visually get a representation as to how big this thing is going to be. So we have 550. 550 by 30. Go to center, that's fine. There we go. Get it to 1, get it to 0, and then hit it up to, well, raise it up to what is going to be 230. There we go. All right, minus 10 to 20. There we go. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see how this thing envelops. Let's try 15 smaller. I don't really need that much. 530, so then it doesn't go all the way across from there. Yeah, we can cut it from there to there for the top floor. Second floor. Well, what do you guys think? Multi-floor or single floor? What do we like more? Let me see just how big does this thing go. Yep, it's going in, that's fine. 2 floors. All right, we're gonna go with 2 floors. What does everybody else think? Okay. 2 floors it is. going to leave it like this. Now, for the ceiling, or the design for the ceiling, are we going to use a flat one, or are we going to use something similar to what we saw over here, like something like this? This one ends up with the ceiling at a bit of an angle, so I'm guessing this is a cone type of a building. Yeah, something like this. And it has an opening in the middle. Something like this, maybe. This one looks really interesting for some reason. But it's a very organic look. Cone type, that's... Alright, what do you guys think about this type of a design for the actual interior? Like, what do you think about this one? Because if we decide to go with this type of a design, that's gonna be a predominant look. Do we like this? This is gonna give us a lot of structural stability to the house and make it a lot more interesting. How many does it have? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let me just see. If we're gonna go... Well, let's just take this like this. Alright. So if we're gonna have this is 64, I think would be too much. Let's try 32. So 32 frames would give us a nice look over there. And I would make it so that I can take this, collapse it into one point, give this thing some height for... Oh, I cannot just use this on the social area. Hell, if we're making this thing with the timber, it's gonna have to be all across, like all of these. Let me just show you. What the... Did I just flip the normal? Yeah, I did. So flip it around. Nope. Really? Why won't you just select the... Ah, of course. Flip. Nope. Convert to enable poly. What the hell? Ah. Alright, now it makes sense. That's why it wasn't working. So if I get this thing to go all the way down, it's going to be something like this then. Go from here to maybe there. And then these guys go all the way down to here. Now, if you take a look at all of these lines, they're going to have to be one of those beams that are holding down the entire house. But having looked at these, I think that it's a bit too much. So they're too dense. I'm gonna have to make them a bit more sparse. So put it to the side. All right, go to, just click here, go down to selection, ring around, loop, control backspace. That's going to get rid of those. Get it back in here, center to center, that's fine. There we go. So all of these that are put up here are going to have to be like some sort of a beam to hold down this house. Okay, so these two beams are going to be central. Another thing that I do want to do is I want to use the middle here. So let's just put it like this. Put one connection. Move this thing away. So connect one. Where's my connect? Damn it. There we go. Connect one. Slide in. Maybe slide. Yep. Actually, the slide, it was right where I need it, to about maybe like this. Maybe a bit smaller to like here. Let's go 50. Minus 50. And now what I want to do with this is delete this top tier here. So it would go, the beams would go to about here. This is where it would have that circular board, and on top of here we can use a skylight, something similar like you can see over here. So this type of a building. So that this type of a building would allow me to have some skylight. It's going to give us a nice overhead. I can even get this thing a bit lower. There we go. A really nice place to get a lot of natural lighting coming into our room. It's going to look interesting. So yeah, I'm actually happy with how this thing is concepted out to look like. All right. Well then, let's create this. Well, first of all, I need to double check about the height for this. So, walls height standard in meters. The width, the height of the house is and thickness of the wall. Now, whatever. Wall height. Feet, 9 feet. So 243 for the first one, and 243 or 245, 294, 490. All right, so we're gonna go with 490 for the double height for the 2 floors. Well, the way that I made the calculations is the average height for a ceiling to be on a single floor building is about 245 centimeters or 8 feet. And yeah, I just multiplied that by 2 and we get this height here for the double walls. Probably could squeeze in a bit more since we're gonna have some thickness up to this place from the actual floor, the cylinder that we're using for the floor. All right. Okay. All right. First, now let me hide this for now because this is just gonna be for a layer for what are these gonna be? Templates. Templates. This template is going to be beam template. All right, hide the beam template. The cylinder 245. It's going to be 245. All right. So that's on the Z. 245, that's 245, that's cool. Height 15, that's cool. All right, awesome. Now let me drop down one of our bipads, or the Mr. Awesome. No, crap. Yeah. The curse continues. Max crashes. Ah, damn it. Whatever. And what the hell is going on with my green screen that's flickering? Alright. Hopefully, this thing is going to save up a quick save. Wait, what? Well, yeah, I'm looking through the auto backup right now. Give me a sec. Auto backup is empty. Yeah, I gotta check this one more time. This is annoying. This is definitely annoying. Data. Mask. Whatever. Here's max. Anyways. Well, at least now I know what the hell I want to do. I don't have to... Wait, what? Oh, dude, even... No, I'm not making any breaks or whatever. Just gonna quickly just... The great thing about this is that I really didn't lose that much. I just lost some measurements, which is not that bad, but still. And this is fine. One of the oh, wait a second, let me just get down to 0. Attach both of these. Alright, now edit poly, of course. Select everything, weld. There we go, that's fine. There we go. Okay, select everything, now make it planar. Then everything is fixed up. Make it down on Z, 0. Down to 0, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. We got that. We didn't really lose that much. The only thing that I lost was the, well, the idea as to how, well, not the idea, but the placeholder for the beams for the circular thing. But then again, I can just now control a new one or create a new one and go from there. But before we do that, let's just focus on this one at the moment and do the wall height, the shell. So it was 245, so that's 490 for the outer amount, 490. This is gonna be the total height for the wall. Then create a cylinder. It's gonna be 20, so 550 by height of 20. Sides instead of 18, that's 36. Go to 1 by 1, center to center. 0, and then raise it up to 245. There we go. All right, what is this now? What did I use? Okay, that's fun. Seems like I look in a mirror every time Max read it and didn't say for a long time. I'm angry and growing at dust. Well, you know what? It's done that so many times. I don't really even care anymore. I'm getting accustomed to it. Go like Max crashes, and then you're like, that's what Max does. So whatever. That's cool. All right, instead of 255, let's go 530. There we go. It's not going through the wall anymore. That's fine. All right, actually, let's just do this. I don't need to have any thickness to it. So Control I, delete. So I have just one polygon in here now. Go down minus 15. Yeah, there we go. So now it's to 245. Let me select this, go to Effect Pivot, Center, and it's 250. All right, 245. Awesome. Now we're gonna call this, we're not gonna call this anything because I need a second one of these for the actual floor. And this one is going to be called floor or base floor. And the second one is going to be called second floor. There we go. Slowly building stuff up. All right, let me show. Hey, this is a nice thing to just notice. You guys have posted a bunch of stuff. Whoa, a lot of stuff. This is not a bad thing. It's a lot of it. It's very this is a very closed off. Oh, see, this is a fun thing. Now for the second floor, even though it's circular, we can have some windows up high. We can have an open design up high. So I like these. Hey, I didn't get to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this topic? Do you like this topic? You think it's gonna be, ooh. Okay, now this one I like. I've actually worked on a project that had something similar to this, and I really, really, really love this design. In reality though, I would never use it because this looks like an accident waiting to happen. I don't know why, but it just seems to me like this is an accident waiting to happen. I might be wrong though. Hey, you used 9gag. I approve of that. Cool. All right, back to what I was doing. All right, this is fine. All right, well then, let's do the cuts. First of all, let's select both of them, put them in floors. Yeah, I know. I think that Rapid Tools has or Octopus, I think it has a bunch of like really nifty tricks, but I always keep forgetting to add them in my workflow, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Hello, Dennis, nice to see you. Hello, Farouk, nice to see you too, man. Now, what was I doing? I'm gonna just hide the floor. There you go. Now, for this one, second floor, what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I want to have this thing as an open concept on this side. So for that, what I'm gonna do is go up from here, cut all the way up to maybe here, and then here, then here. Ooh, actually no, that's a bad choice. If I cut in there, I can cut from there to there. There and there. What this is going to leave me with is going to be this piece that I can just chop off. I'm okay with how this thing is starting to look. Now in here, I'm actually gonna go ahead, do a couple of more cuts. So probably definitely gonna need to cut from here to maybe here. And start going across like this, because this is where it's gonna be at. Delete this. So let me see if I put a shell on this. Ooh, no. Maybe 10 down, 0 up. I'm just trying to figure out where the hell this thing would be cut, just so I can decide where I'm gonna put my doors. Because right now, once you go up, you can have a door in here that's gonna go into this, whatever it's gonna be. And just make this a bigger room, and then have one more door in here and go into these two rooms. Alright, that's cool. I can open up. Nah, I'm not gonna open it up. Over here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end up doing eventually is put in some guardrails, so you can see what's happening down here. Some guardrails over here as well. And the more I look at this, the more I don't like this part here. So what I can do is just connect this and then select this, delete. There we go. Now this is more like it. The other one was simply a bit too meh. Although that's gonna kind of screw up my place for whatever this thing was supposed to be. I'm guessing this is some sort of a locker. But we'll figure out something else. Because I really do not like this bump thing that it does to the walls. Remove that one as well. So now with this, I get a more open. Yeah, we can either make this thing a rounded closet, or we can have one that basically opens up on a rail. Something more interesting. But yeah, I think that the floor design for this is not that bad. We can work with this. I'm kind of I'm really thinking as to how I can control or how I can use this middle part in here to squeeze in through things. I like the fact that we have these stairs that are going up and down, but for some reason I really like this thing as well. So if we can maybe put this thing near the stairs that are going up, we can use this wall, but it's gonna be too close to put some sort of a TV or some entertainment here to watch it. So I'm gonna have to deal with that thing when the time is right. For now, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Then is, why do you use V-Ray only for rendering your projects? Why not Corona? I have no idea. I've been using V-Ray since forever, and that's what I've been using. So yeah. All right, now let's move this thing inwards just a tiny bit so it's not visible. Just don't be just move it in. Alright, do the same thing over here as well. Alright. Control backspace, remove that one. Control backspace, remove that one. Alright, that's in the wall. Not gonna be... What the hell did I just do to it? Did I screw up the normals? Yes, I did. So, auto smooth will not fix it. What the hell did I just do to it? Did I move something on the Z? How? You know what? Doesn't matter. Get everything here. Make it planar Z. No, wait, what? Wait. Why? Why are you doing this? No. Not gonna deal with you. Nope. Deleting you. Ah, man. Don't you dare crash on me again. If I delete the upper side, everything is going to go to shit. I'm gonna have to cap this thing. All right, roll backspace. So, well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna bridge this and now put this thing in the middle. Use the symmetry on it, on the Z. Flip. That's gonna fix it to some degree. All right, go to middle. Select this inner piece. Select this one. Roll backspace. Select by angle. 45 is fine. All right, and de-isolate again. All right, we got that one done. Now, save as a second version, because we all know how Max likes to crash, and better yet, how Max loves to corrupt your projects. So let's do it. Which circular house, scene, iteration number 2, circular house 02. There we go. All right, unhide all. There we go. We got that thing done. So the floor is fine. This thing is fine. I'm going to turn off the shell. So now I'm going to hide both of my floors and start working on the actual door openings and the openings for the windows. Now let's make this thing transparent and let's start off with the doors. Now for this, I'm pretty sure these are standard doors, so let's check the size for the doors. Door size, I really should remember these. Every single stream I have to check this thing. Width of a door being what, 30? No. There we go. Really? This is what I'm looking at. A bunch of typical bedroom 30 door. All right, maybe here. So 420, 860, 920. So 400, 760, 860. So 860 just for the door, 920 with the actual. Okay. Let's do it this way then. I'm gonna hit one box. Damn it, just go into defaults, hit box. Now here is what I want. Width is gonna be 920. Wait, what? Oh, this is millimeters. I'm an idiot. So 920 looks to be about a bit too big. So this is an 860 then. 86. All right. Yeah, 860 millimeters looks about right, so that's fine. 86. Now for the height, is going to be 2150 or 215. Oh, that's a very tall. Something is not right with these. Let me double check. Typical door height. There we go. Door opening width, door height. Oh, you can go up to 29. Alright. 98, that's fine. I need just a simple door size. Damn it, is that too hard to ask? $210. All right. Height 210. 86 by 210. That's fine. Now, for these, the width is fine. I'm actually going to make them bigger. So I have one in here, two. Let's just make it like this. Put it there. Now, first, I'm going to put you in here. How big is this thing? Yeah. So this is 86. What was the other one? Let me just check. Nope. This is 72. What if I go with this thing and make it 72? Is it gonna fit in here? Nope. 72. Alright, so 72 is the happy number in here. So we're gonna have one over there. 72. You know what? Just make it like this. 72, 72. 72, 72. You are not needed. So we have you one over there. Another one in here. Oh. I do have the blueprints on the bottom, but eh. Okay, so those are going to be fine for that. So for this one, let's just do it this way. Cut from there to there. I just could have done that. All right, well, I can see where that thing is cut. Just kind of makes it pointless, the thing that I just did with the boxes, but whatever. It's one of those things where once you do it and you see that you don't really need it, you go like, why was I doing that? All right. Whoops. Alright, you get deleted. Alright, delete that, delete that. The interesting thing about this is that now once we actually have the openings, we're gonna have to go in, put a, just select this. Put one line that's going to be around the height of 220 and bridge anything above it, so we actually get a wall that's going to continue on the second floor, which is what we want to do. So now the shell is back. All right, awesome. Like I said, all we got to do is here above the shell, drop in one edit poly, go with the, where's my slice plane? There we go. Drop it down or raise it up to 220. That's gonna give me the right size for the doors. And go slice plane. Wait, what? Man. This sucks. I have to collapse everything because I cannot see the slice button. Oh, that sucks. Alright then, for now I'm going to leave it as it is because I don't want to have to do this thing right away. And these, well, one of these can stay away. I don't want to cut for now because, well, if I have that cut everywhere, it's going to be uniformly. Now later on, if I have to open up a new door, I can just decide where I want it and do the, well, basically do this. So if I have two opposing, I'll just do this. You're getting removed. So if I have these two walls that I want to bridge together and I have a cut in the middle, I can just select the upper thing and hit it with a bridge. That's going to cap it off. That's why I just want to have that thing there, but for now I'm just going to leave it as it is because I don't want to collapse the whole thing. I prefer I apologize. I prefer to have this thing still able to collapse it so I can just work on whatever that I'm seeing right now, and it's going to be easier down the road, but for now it's okay. Alright, so the shell, this is going to be for the 2 floors. I'm not going to touch you anymore. Oh yeah, I'm really going to have to cut in this piece over here. So I'll cut from there to there. There we go. Select this, delete. We have the entrance, and it's cool. Alright, hola amigos. Tarde pero bueno, aquí, whatever you said, I do not understand, but hey. Welcome, Marco. Hello, sir. Hello. Alright, so this is going to be a fun one. Not cool. So for this one, now what else do we need to? Oh yeah, we really need to define where we're gonna have the windows. The windows are gonna be a very prominent thing for this thing. So let's get to cutting. I'm gonna cut over here. Sure, man. Post your work in the Discord channel. We'll see it over there. Everybody can see it. You can get some critique back from everybody. Alright, I'm gonna actually open this whole thing up. Alright, this is fine. That's okay. And it's gonna do a bit of cleanup there as well. Now these ones are there. These are smaller ones for each room. We're gonna have to decide what type we choose to. But for now, like I said, I'm just gonna delete the things that I don't really like. Alright, so boom, this thing goes all the way up. Well, actually, you know what, since this is going to be a pretty open design for at least this area, we can have some tall windows spanning from the top to the bottom, which would be very similar to what we saw here. As you can see, these guys are spanning from the bottom to the top, or they do have a middle part in here, but the windows continue on the top as well. So yeah, definitely can do something like this. Man, it's gonna be interesting. Alright, I know it everything. Yep. Alright, cool. That's fine. This thing, oh, just get a shell and go downwards. 10. There we go. So I had this. Alright, 550. So it covers the whole thing. And there's it. 64. 72. Alright. What just... What the hell just happened? I'm gonna save before this thing crashes again. Alright, so for some weird reason, what does this edit poly do to it? Nothing. Why is it even there? Okay. That's interesting, but fine. Okay, so this kind of works, which kind of goes to tell me about this probably should have went to about here and stopped there, but then we can modify it later on when we get to the second floor. But for now, just hide this, it's fine. All right, well then, first things first, we have to decide what are we gonna follow as a general topic or general design for this thing. So what are we following? What sort of a design? Are we going with a bit more modern? Are we going with that wooden design that we saw from previously? What do you guys think? I need you to give me some ideas. Where's my thing? Circular house. Me, I'm a kind of a fan for this design. Like I said, if you guys have any different ideas, I'm open to your ways of thinking. But like I said, I really like this idea, and yeah. This one kind of looks interesting with concrete floors, although I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So how does this thing, compute? So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 per wall, 4 upwards, goes across. All right, well then, let me do that. I'm gonna go create one more of these guys up here. Again, the thing that we already lost, but we had. So I'll go from there, that's fine. Or actually, no. Gotta find, snap there. Now edit poly. Delete the underside. Oh, wait a second. No. All right. Remove the edit poly. Now control the sides. How many do we need? 16. It's going to be too little. 32 might be a bit too much. 24. Yeah, I think 24 sides will be more than enough. I have to move some of the walls around to go in tune with what we have here, but we'll see. All right, so again, collapse this, raise it up. Connect. All right. Slide it down to, like I said, about about here. There we go. Now, select these, delete. Wait a second, what is this? Do I have an underside again? Yes, I do, for some reason. Alright, this one goes down. Cool. Now, for this, just select all of these beams across, go create shape. All linear is fine. These shapes for now I can just leave them as renderable so I can actually see what the hell is going on. Rectangulars, go 15 and 30. Are they? Yep, they're not following anything because they're just following the same thing. So we're gonna have to do it with an array. Once we have one of these, I can just array it around and it's gonna follow the spline, but for now it's okay. I can see how this thing looks, and it's gonna look interesting. And I can also double them down as a window side, so on them I can mount up some of the windows, and it's gonna look interesting. Definitely gonna look interesting. Okay. So, no, this is not the base floor. This is beams support blueprint. Alright, that's okay. You can say the floors. You guys are gonna get deleted again. That's gonna be fun. Alright, that's gonna open up quite well. Not sure if we're gonna have a flat roof over here, or I might actually even leave it like this, so whatever light is coming from here, it's kind of illuminating these holes here or these rooms as well. That's going to be an interesting choice to come by later on. Okay. Cool. All right, hide this. And yeah. All right, more or less in my head, I have the design as to how this thing is going to be made. Which kind of makes me happy about it, though. How many does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and about the other ones. Yeah. Let's see what else I can pick up. This one was really nice, but for the actual tarp design. For this one, not so much. Yeah, this one I actually like as well, because we can mix it up with what we have, because this is basically the same design, and these whiteboards are just gonna help with the stability of the second floor, and we can hide some lights in there, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I'm also kind of still voting somehow manage to get this thing into our design, but I'm not 100% sure as to how. And another thing that I did see is, let me just see if I actually saved that image. Yeah, this image, the top here is quite interesting, but another interesting portion is the actual floor, because if you take a look at the floor, again, it's kind of swirled in, and it's giving it a really interesting look. Having looked at this though, this shouldn't be that hard to reproduce. Let's see, how many does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8-sided cylinder. Let me just really quickly try to get at least that in this early stream. So drop it down. Oh, let's put it up. 8 sides. That's gonna be cool. Now edit poly. Go in here and insert this all the way to the center. Like this. Now, this thing is rotated like this, so let's go ahead and rotate for 70, like this. Right, grow, Control I and delete. So if I take a look at this floor in here compared to what I have, it's very similar. I just need to get around the actual size for the floor. This will need to be bigger. All right, and now if I have this, I want to Marco, I don't speak Spanish, dude. Although from what I can hear or understand is que rica información del proyecto, verdad, que interesante. Some good information about a project that's really interesting. Is that it? Although I don't speak Spanish, so all of my Spanish that I've picked up is from watching Speedy Gonzalez. I want to cut in where this thing is. So for that, I'm going to use this right cylinder. I'll click on the edge, create a shape. Linear is fine, it's okay. Now to save first before I do anything else to this thing. So, all right, go, well, actually go up. Now let's, hopefully this thing will work. Otherwise I'm gonna be pissed. Sometimes this thing works like a charm. Other times, doesn't work at all. Oh yeah, it worked like a charm, like a glove. Control I, delete. Mwah. Perfecto! Alright, so now what I can do here is delete this thing. And these guys, I can now go in, detach, 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 and detach. All right, so now for these, I just go in, drop in a flow generator on it, make it so that, well, first of all, let me see how this thing, oh yeah, so there's nothing in between, they're just long planks. So that means we're gonna hit you up with 5,000, nothing is gonna be bigger than that. Width wise, 5, nope, 10, 15, 20, 20 is right. So now for this, I need to directionally change this 45. All right, I'm gonna put this thing on the other side so I can see what the hell's going on. So this shouldn't be 45, should be something more. So it's supposed to be something like this, so maybe 70. Now, 20, no, 30. Yeah, 30 works. So copy, Paste. Instead of 70, you have to move it again. All right. Paste. Oh, wow. Paste. Direction only was. Change it to something like this. Paste. Hey, finally got back to where it was supposed to be. Paste. Yes, it is. I've actually even made a video about it. You have two versions, the free one and the premium one. The premium one basically has different patterns here. The free one will basically give you what you're looking at right now. All right. Last one, paste in. And the middle one, or the middle piece here, doesn't really have anything to it. It's just a wooden texture. All right, cool. Ah, shit. All right, so let's see. This thing has some thickness to it. And for some reason, everything is see-through, which kind of makes it appalling to look at. And the extrude is 1 centimeter, so which means this thing needs the shell of 1 centimeter. 0 by 1. There we go. Oh, wait, whoa, 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 hey, stop. No, what? The yeah, you need to have a shell of 1 centimeter. Hey, what do you know? We at least got this thing done on the first stream. So, like I said, I really like the original design for this thing, especially the one on the top. It's kind of really interesting, but it's kind of very, very organic. And I don't think it's going to fit into our design. But the floor fits just fine. So we're going to keep that floor. So now I'm going to get everything selected. This one included. Make everything gray, so I know I've actually worked on it. There we go. What the hell is this? All right, well, you're no longer needed, but since you're a base floor, I can just hide you up. Ooh, I should probably keep you because I just forgot that by default this goddamn thing has a grout length, which I hate. And it doesn't. I don't want it to leave any distance between any of these, so I'm gonna have to remove that. Grout length. There we go. All right. So hide this. Base floor is fine. All right, select everything. Everything is selected. Go to tools. Where's my renamer tool? Rename objects. There we go. Base name. So floor generator prefix, nah, suffix. Just number it from 1 and in steps by 1. Rename. Yeah, that's gonna fix everything. Go to create a new layer for generator. That's gonna fix it up like that. There we go. So for the floors, I can show up the base floor and remove or hide the floor generator. I'm actually happy with how this thing turned out. The funny thing is, if you would be rendering this, effect that we were following, and try to basically recreate it, just use the proper textures for this thing, and you can have some variation in the color and the hues, and you would get exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. If you want to make it a more true to it, what we can do is probably just go in here, select the editable polys, select the border for it, and create a shape from the selection, make it a linear one. And that shape can be further used as a plank, something like this. So raise it up. Well, I know for a fact that this thing is 1 centimeter, so raise it up 1 on here. And if we put it to enable and render in viewport, make it 1 by 1. Yeah, we can get that extra lip on the corners that I can see in there, because yeah, where is it? If I look at the design here, I can see that there is this small strip around the corners. So yeah, we can do that this way, or if we are not going for that look, we can just delete it and leave it as a opening in there. Alright, so we're not using that middle piece here to get that seating that I kind of liked, which if you ask me, it's a missed opportunity, but hey, at least we got our floor down, we got our walls up, we got our floors up. If I unhide everything, we got even the frame house for this thing as to how it's gonna be like. So pretty much next time we get around, we can start furnishing this thing and making it more fun or more interesting to do it. So I would like to thank everybody that was with me today. You guys are great. I love your ideas. I think this is going to turn out to be a very fun stream as well, or a very fun topic to stream about as well. If you're free, come and join me next time we stream. And from my side though, what I'm going to try to do is this week is take out a couple of tutorials that I have in mind to finish up. If work doesn't get in the way, I'm going to get them finished up and you guys can see it. So up until next time, the thing that I say on the end of each stream after I thank everybody that was with me is, well, peace.